Got the orangutan habitat over here. And no monkeys here. Tool time. Here we got siamang and orangutan. Yeah, so the orangutan and siamang share the same habitat. I see the orangutan right up close here. And you see the two siamangs there. Oh, there's another orangutan that was in the bag there. Yeah, a nice review of the orangutan eating some lettuce here. There's actually two orangutans up in a little canopy area, and one of them is actually playing with the siamang. Got a nice view of the siamangs over here. Swinging around. Is this goodbye? What's the deal with palm oil? We got silvered leaf langur. Yeah, this is a nice habitat for them. It's a little outdoor habitat they have, so they're probably going to be inside. So in their indoor habitat, you can see the two of them right there. Resting, looks like. Yeah, there's two of them sleeping together, looks like. Yeah, so I actually did have to look all the way up, and all the other silvered leaf langurs are all the way at the top of the tree. Pretty high up. Alright, so now that I've completed most of the monkey trails and forest trails, now I'm going to head this way on the tiger trail. It's also taking me to the lower view of the primates I saw from above. Alright, tiger trail. We got North Sulawesi babirusa. I do see it. It's a cool looking pig. So I'm guessing this might be a secondary habitat for the babirusa. So I can tell this is a female babirusa because it does not have any tusks like the male. Yeah, this is definitely the female babirusa. There's a third habitat for the babirusa. We got another one over here. The babirusa has multiple different habitats. We got another female over here. Yeah, so these are the females because they do not have any tusks like the males do, and normally it's the males that have the tusks on them, and usually out in the wild the males actually grow tusks so long that their tusks actually keep growing and growing, and eventually their tusks actually go into their brain and actually stabs their cranium or brain. But luckily here at the zoo their tusks get trimmed. So that's how I know that this is a female, because it does not have tusks like the male. Alright, so in here you can see there's the male babirusas. Got two of the male babirusas, looks like. Yeah, so it looks like the males are separated from the females. Yeah, these are the male babirusas. Got DeBrazza's monkey. Yeah, that's another very impressive habitat. Now, do you see the DeBrazza's monkey? Alright, there we go. There's another one. It looks like this one's a young one. I think that's the adult monkey. Look over here, I see there's actually a baby DeBrazza's monkey right there. He looks super cute. Over here is another side view of the babirusa habitat. There's one of the two males there. Over here is the lower view of the Angolan colobus monkeys. Yeah, there we go. There's the one up in the tree. Another one really, really high up. Transplanting the big fig. And I really, really love the layout. And it's super beautiful. So I remember yesterday at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, it was just beautiful. There were so many beautiful plants and everything. And the San Diego Zoo layout here is amazing. Over here's the lower view for the mandrill and the Schmidt's red-tailed monkey. And there's the mandrill. You'll probably recognize this type of primate because this was the type of monkey we saw in the movie Lion King. This was Rafiki. Yeah, where there's life, there's fungus. Yeah, because that's the platform I was just on. They also do have stairs here just in case you don't want to do the whole upper area and you want to come down to the lower point at your own pace. Over here's the lower viewing for the lesser spot-nosed monkey and wolf's monkey, which also share the same habitat the pygmy hippopotamus is in. Over here's the lower level for the tufted capuchin. And there's the other two in the back. We got black-winged starling and Vietnam pheasant. Wow, there is the gorgeous pheasant. Here's the black-winged starling. There's two of them actually. And you can see there's two of them there, looks like. And they have such an amazing habitat for them. Alright, now heading into the Tiger River, a tropical rainforest. Wow, this looks very, very nice. We got collared finchbill, white-leaved pheasant pigeon, and collared lory, birds of the world. So birds of the world, so bird words. Alright, you see the pheasant pigeon, the white-leaved pheasant pigeon. I don't really see the lory anywhere. First, the lories just came out. Oh, a bunch of them. Some very cute birds. Yeah, you see there's a collared finchbill. Oh, he just flew away. He was just there, but he flew away. Oh, there he is. Kind of flying all over the place. Little known. We got Siamese crocodile. Wow. You got plenty of water swimming. There's two of them up on land. Look like very big crocs. Ooh, one of them is moving. Oh, nope. Guess he must have... Oh, it's moving around. Come here, Ray. Look at this. I guess it must have been changing positions. That's right, girl. Guess it must have been just changing positions. Because this habitat, we got canvasback, scaly-sided merganser, ringneck duck, ruddy duck, redhead, gadwell, Sulawesi white-collared kingfisher, Victoria crowned pigeon, fawn-breasted bowerbird, Malay great Argus pheasant, white-breasted wood swallow, collared finchbill, pied imperial pigeon, blue-crowned laughing thrush, black-napped oriole, many-colored fruit dove, New Guinea masked lapwing, and black-colored starling. Wow, this looks very beautiful. I'm guessing that must be the redhead in the water. Some more duckies. Yeah, you see the Victoria crowned pigeon. Probably not going to show up well on camera, but it's actually right back here. Trying to get it to clear up. I'm trying to get it to focus on the bird, but it's back there. And tools for a mud meal. We got fishing cat. This looks like a very gorgeous habitat. Now let's see if I can find it. Alright, so the fishing cat's up at the top, looks like. Yeah, it's right up there. You can kind of see it there. Wow, this looks super beautiful. Definitely makes you feel like you're in the rainforest. It's fantastic. Really, really wonderful. Got Malayan tip here. So I'm guessing there might be another habitat, or hopefully there'll be another viewing where I can see the tip here. Because I do not really see it from this point. Whereas from this point here, I can see the Malayan tip here is right over there. It's laying down, looks like. It's very nice. In this habitat, we got pink-headed fruit dove, golden-crested minnow, chestnut-backed thrush, Palawan peacock pheasant, and collared finchbill. Do you see there's a chestnut-backed thrush? Yeah, now you can see it there. There's the golden-crested minnow right there. There's the other two birds up there. It's I believe those are the collared finches. It's the collared finchbill. And there's the Palawan peacock pheasant along with another collared finchbill. And there's the pink-headed fruit dove. Also another collared finchbill. There's two different walkways. Got this way and this way, so I'm probably gonna head this way because this is probably where the tiger is. We got Malayan tiger. Alright, the tiger's pacing back and forth right at the top there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it looks like the tiger's pacing back and forth. I'm guessing this is only a portion of the tiger habitat. Yeah, there we go. Wow, this is beautiful. So this side view of the Malayan tiger. Oh, I see a second one sleeping. The first one we saw was pacing back and forth, but there's a second one here that looks like he is sleeping. So you can kind of see his stripes there. Yeah, this is beautiful. So the San Diego Zoo is definitely world class. Some information about the tiger. Here's another side view of the tiger habitat. This is actually a secondary habitat. Yeah, the tiger is right there having a cat nap. This is an amazing habitat. In this habitat we got red-billed leothrix, collared finchbill, black-chinned fruit dove, black-throated laughing thrush, Siamese fireback, and fairy bluebird. And again, I'm super impressed with these habitats. See one of the birds there. Don't know which bird that is, but it's one of them. Trying to see if we can find the other birds in here. Trying to find them, but yeah, it does not seem like. Oh, I just seen one of them. Oh, it just flew right away. Yeah, it does not seem like I'm gonna have enough time to check back here later because it's such a very large zoo. I'm guessing those are the firebacks. Yeah, so I actually did find the birds there on this side of the habitat, looks like. One of the other birds. Okay, so I completed the tiger trail, and that direction leads to the hippopotamus and everything else, but I'm actually going to head on this trail here and head towards the bonobos in this direction. Yeah, I'm going to head up this pathway here. So it's a bit of an incline up here, looks like. So if you ever do come here to the San Diego Zoo, it's a very, very large zoo, because that's why I recommend you wear comfortable walking shoes for whenever you come here, because there's lots of elevation changes, kind of like right now where there's very big steep hill I'm going up on. So yeah, I do recommend you wear comfortable walking shoes for whenever you come here to the zoo, because it's very difficult to see everything in. I can see I'm a little out of breath here from going up the hill. So yeah, I do recommend you wear comfortable walking shoes, and also be sure to stay hydrated from whenever you come here, especially during the summertime when it's very, very hot. So just keep that in mind whenever you come to the zoo. Over here is an upper viewing for the Malayan tiger. Yeah, the tiger had such an amazing habitat. I got the Scripps aviary. So before I go inside the aviary, I also got a nice view of the tiger sleeping. It's the second Malayan tiger that's sleeping. Alright, so I'm inside the aviary. I believe there's actually two different levels. I'm starting off with the lower level here, and then I'm going to go up top. Wow, this is super beautiful. That's absolutely amazing. The type of birds we're going to see in here, got tambourine dove, African pygmy goose, white-crowned robin chat, black crake, and blue-headed wood dove. Alright, so I do see there's an African pygmy goose, looks like. Yeah, that's the pygmy goose in the water. Oh, I do see one of the other birds just went up. So hopefully once I'm up on the upper level, I'll be able to see all the other birds. In this habitat, we got black-headed weaver, white-crested turaco, magpie shrike, hammertop, cynical laughing dove, and crested koa. Oh, I do see one of the birds just came on down. That's the crested koa. Oh, there's one of the other birds. One of the other birds right there. And then we're going to see red and yellow barbet, purple glossy starling, Madagascar crested ibis, and blue koa. And I can tell that's the Madagascar crested ibis. I'm very, very impressed with these habitats so far. They look so beautiful. I'm showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. I'm by the Scripps aviary, so I'm going to go on the upper level of the Scripps aviary, then check out, I believe, this habitat with the bonobos, and after that I'm going to backtrack down this trail past the hippos and the okapi, then into the marsh habitat. And once I'm done with all of this, I'll then go on this area that has all the different birds of prey into Panda Ridge, and then into the Asian Passage. Yeah, so San Diego Zoo looks like it has a lot of elevated boardwalks here and multiple different levels. Like, see, that's a very steep hill I was just on. Man, this is super beautiful. Luckily, there's a lot of shaded areas here. How intelligent is a bonobo? Alright, this is the habitat for the bonobos. And you see one right down there. There's an upper view of that area. We saw the different birds. There's the blue koa right there. Upper view of the other bird habitat. See, there's the black-headed weaver. Other two birds. Guessing those might be the cynical laughing doves. So over here is the upper view of that Scripps aviary I went to, but apparently it is closed off at the moment. And every day is Mother's Day. And over here gives you another look at the bonobo habitat. And see if I can find any more, because I did see one of them. Let's see if there's any more of them. We got vervet monkey. Came running by right here. Oh, went back down. They need a hero. Yeah, the bonobos do have plenty of space for them. Got a bunch of waterfalls. Wow, this is just amazing. Over here's the north side view of the vervet monkey. It was just here, but it ran away, looks like. Over here's another aviary that seems to be closed off. That's the other side view. You can see there's more of the bonobos over here. You know, some sleeping right over here. Looks like this one here is eating some leaves. We got another little mini aviary or another bird habitat. We got orange-cheeked waxbill, red-billed firefinch, and red-cheeked cordon bleu. Wow, this is a beautiful habitat. Trying to find the birds. Oh, I do see them. Oh, I see one of the birds. There's one of them up there, or two of them. I don't really know which one. I don't see the rest of the birds in here, so I don't think I'm going to have enough time to come back here later, so I'm sorry I did not get to show you these birds today. Alright, so over there is where I saw the far side for the bonobos, so now I'm going to backtrack in this direction. Head back past the bonobos, back past the vervet monkey. Alright, the vervet monkey just came back out. It's a cute monkey. There's actually two vervet monkeys in this habitat. I got one right over here and another one just ran off. Oh, he looks super cute. Yes, I'm now heading back on this trail here. The San Diego Zoo seems like it has a lot of backtracking, but luckily that's okay because it's still a very, very fantastic zoo. Like I said, there's a lot of shaded areas here. A lot of... yeah, it's just so beautiful. I'm showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. So I just saw the bonobos. Now I'm going to backtrack again past these animals and then into the marsh habitat and go through the Panda Ridge and Asian Passage, and I'll probably check out all these animals here. And once I'm done with everything here, I will then head towards the Africa rocks. Alright, I'm now heading into Africa. Information about the Ituri Forest is in Central Africa. We got okapi. Alright, do you see the okapi? Actually, we can. Okay, two of them. Second one in the back. I think it's coming towards us. Yes, the okapi kind of looks like a mixture of different animals. Kind of looks like a zebra, but these animals are actually related to the giraffe. It has those little ossicones or horns on its head that makes it look like a giraffe. We got a hippopotamus. We actually do have a little hippo encounter. It looks like they're actually feeding the hippos.
And they live in the water.
The second one. There's actually a third hippo. There's 3 hippos in here. They're actually doing hippo feeding, looks like. Water is a hippo sanctuary. You can kind of see them from here.
Looks like
the keeper just threw some food in there for the hippos, so it looks like the
awesome.
hippos are going to go get it.
That was really awesome.
Hey, don't you worry.
The hippo just came for water. He's kind of walking on his back legs. The hippo there actually just got some lettuce. Yes, there's 3 hippos in here actually. They're actually getting some food from the keepers.
You see them? You see them? There he is.
I kind of like it how he's kind of standing on his back legs. Pretty cool. Sharing is caring. Yeah, that one's about to eat the lettuce, looks like. There we go, just got the lettuce. Yeah, that one just ate some lettuce there. And then some let's chill. Here's another view of the hippos from this side. It's really, really cool. They got 2 species of hippos here at the zoo. More information about the hippos. Let's have a time. We got Schmidt's red-tailed monkey, Allen's swamp monkey, and red river hog. You see there's the Schmidt's red-tailed monkey. And there's the 2 red river hogs. Actually, there's 2 of them sleeping together. Let's have a time. We got white-bellied go-away bird, Senegal laughing dove, white-crowned robin chat, oriole warbler, Madagascar partridge, emerald starling, and crested koa. There's one of the birds right down there. Yeah, do you see there's the warblers? Yeah, I'm guessing that's the oriole warblers. And this is a beautiful habitat. I'm very impressed with it. One of the other birdies. Forest people are creative. Alright, the red river hog is now awake. Well, one of them is awake. The second one's still laying down. Information about the Ituri Forest. Look at the red river hog. It's walking on down. It's nice info here. Alright, this habitat, you can see there's the Allen swamp monkey. So they just ran all the way out here, looks like. There's the Schmidt's red-tailed monkey. Very active today. Looks like there's some younger ones going on the log. Also got spotted necked otter. Alright, so I don't really see the otter anywhere. It's most likely hiding somewhere really, really well because I just don't see it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to come back here later, which is a shame because I do love seeing the otters. Zoommatch.com. Yeah, you can kind of see it right here. It says that the San Diego Zoo is affiliated with the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. I'm showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. So I've pretty much completed this whole area here. So I'm now going to head to these animals, to the birds of prey, then make my way down towards the Panda Ridge through the Asian Passage. Then I'll head to these animals here past this type of bear. Then I'll backtrack and head to the penguins and to the Africa rocks. And then I'll make my way to the outback and the urban jungle. And that direction is the Panda Ridge. So I'm actually going to go down this direction towards the eagles and all the birds of prey. Here we got some different birds. Got white-faced whistling duck, ashy-headed goose, chilo widgeon, rosy-billed pochard, hooded merganser, and greater flamingo. Yeah, there's all the greater flamingos. Very, very cool looking birds. If you see a couple of the other birds on that side there. One of the other birds back there. There's one of the birdies there. I do like this little area for them. Here we got red shoveler, puna teal, white-breasted cormorant, and African knob-billed duck. I can see there's a cormorant swimming in the water. We've got a whole bunch of cormorants around that nest. More of the cormorants on land. And there's the puna teal. There's some more of the cormorants. You see the African knob-billed duck back there walking around. So I'm heading up this little trail here and make my way to the Eagle Trail. Alright, I'm gonna go head this way. Yeah, it says Eagle Trail. Got stellar sea eagle. Yeah, I do see the stellar sea eagle right up there. That's a cool bird. Yeah, I absolutely love the habitat for the stellar sea eagle. Plus, you can kind of get a view of it from here. Super nice. Yes, I'm kind of up on this elevated boardwalk here. Yes, over here you can see that's the aviary I just saw. This one with the flamingos. Yeah, pretty high on this boardwalk. We got Andean condor. Wow, this is a pretty good sized habitat. I'm gonna see if I can find the condor. Yeah. Alright, so I'm doing the best I can. Oh, I do see it. Oh, I do see the condor. It's right in the back.
The harpy eagle's up there.
There we go. You got a much clearer view of the Andean condor from this area. Got harpy eagle. Oh boy, do you see the harpy eagle? Do love these birds. They have very, very sharp talons. There's a second harpy eagle up there. I'm gonna head to the next area, Asian leopards. Alright, here we go, Asian leopards. So what's really cool about the two leopards, they have the little bridges here that leads into the different habitats. Alright, so we got snow leopard and Amur leopard. Oh my gosh, I do see the Amur leopard. It's like he's having a cat nap. Some wonderful habitat. Yeah, I can see there's a bridge that leads into the different habitats, and I'm going to see if I can find the snow leopard. So I'm trying to find the snow leopard. And he's definitely not in this habitat because that's where the Amur leopard is. Location, location, location. Oh, so this other habitat here, you can see there's a second Amur leopard. And so I'm guessing the habitats on this side are the Amur leopards, or for the Amur leopards. And on this side is where they usually have the snow leopards. So it's possible they do timeshare it. Alright, so I found the snow leopard actually inside that little area there sleeping. Yeah, it's having a cat nap in there. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it sleeping in there. Whose land is it? Over here we got a much nicer, clear view of the snow leopard. It's in there having a cat nap. Alright, so apparently this pathway is a dead end, so I actually gotta backtrack and go back this way in order to get to Panda Ridge. Alright, so I'm gonna get in line here for the Panda Ridge. Alright, Panda Ridge. Icons of the forest. Alright, there's the giant pandas. And you see a panda right there.
You want Neil to lift you up?
We got red panda. Alright, so the red panda is up in the tree. Looks like that giant panda is now moving around, looks like. Alright, we got giant panda making progress. This that they have got Yu Chuan and Zhen Bao. Yeah, the pandas do have plenty of space for them. Leading the way. We got Mang Mountain Pit Viper. Yeah, so despite the reflection, I've managed to block out some of it, so you can kind of see the snake right there. The beauty of bamboo.
It's classified in the...
Over here is a secondary habitat for the panda. We got two pandas here. So we saw the first one, the other habitat, and now I'm going to see the second one in this habitat. So we got two pandas here. We got a male and female. So the one we saw in the first habitat was the female, and this one is the male. Don't see him anywhere yet, so I'm sure he's here somewhere. So right over here, I actually do see the panda. Having this little water dish here, looks like. Yeah, he's in the water actually. That's very, very cute. He's in the water here, looks like. Oh, it looks super comfortable.
Alright, you guys at the front, if you'll move up to the high, you can take some pictures.
That's nice. It's kind of splashing around. Oh, that's super cool. Just got up out of the water.
Sir, can you step aside? Thank you.
Celebrating cubs. So that was very cool getting to see the pandas. Really enjoyed that a lot because I believe the San Diego Zoo is only, I believe, one of 4 zoos in the United States that have giant pandas, because I believe sometime last year all the pandas went back to China, but luckily they actually managed to get the pandas back. So I definitely enjoyed seeing both the pandas, especially the one that was in the water, because he looked very comfortable. There's 2 different ways, so that way leads to the Africa rocks. So I'm probably gonna head in this direction here, check out the animals this way, then I'll backtrack and head that way. There we got Angolan colobus monkey and black manga bay. I'm trying to find them. Here's another side view of them. See, there's 2 of them here. So I actually do see the black manga bays all the way in the back. Okay, it's way back there. We can see it there. And then we're going to see fairy bluebird, many-colored fruit dove, golden crested minnow, scarlet-faced lio kitchla, gray peacock pheasant, and yellow red-billed leopards. Yeah, so it seems like I've been seeing the same type of birds in some of these habitats here. Yeah, as you see some of them right up there. Yeah, this habitat's wonderful. Look at a second Francois Langer. Alright, I'm trying to find this animal, but luckily I think I saw the other one in the other habitat earlier today, but I don't see the one in here anywhere. The sun bear, the smallest bear. Oh, there we got Bornean sun bear. Oh, this is the habitat for the sun bear. Let me see if I can find the sun bear. We got sun bear forest. Alright, so I'm trying to find the sun bear, but I don't see him anywhere. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to come back here later since it's after 2 o'clock and I do gotta keep moving. Alright, so now that I've completed all those habitats there, now I'm gonna backtrack, head this direction to the Africa rocks. Alright, next up is the Africa rocks. And there is the African penguin, blue runner, and Atlantic spadefish. I guess this is all the underwater view of the African penguins. It looks like most of them are up on land at the moment. Sharks and penguins. I like all those bubbles they got. Trying to see if I can find the fish in here. Yeah, I don't really see the fish anywhere, so I guess they must be hiding really well. But hopefully once I'm... Oh, never mind. I do see the blue runners. And there's the Atlantic spadefish. We got Cape Fynbos. And a blooming buffet. And so here's the upper view for the African penguins. Alright, so I do see some up on land. Yeah, looking for snow. Yeah, so not all penguins are from Antarctica. Yeah, I love this area. This looks super beautiful. Wow, this is amazing. We got the McKinney penguin habitat. The best nest. Alright, so up here you got a nice view of the penguins. Yeah, these are the warmer weathered penguins. Small scale. Got the West African forest. We've got West African dwarf crocodile, Madagascar big-headed turtle, and West African mud turtle. You see there's all the fish here. Some cichlids here as well. Alright, so I do see the crocodile. He's actually in the water. You can kind of see there's his tail. You can kind of see there's his head up out of the water.
I know. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, his head's up out of the water there. But I don't see the turtle anywhere, so I don't think I'm going to have enough time to check back here later to see if the turtle's out. Yeah, so never mind, I actually found the turtle. Got all these other cichlids here as well. Wow. Got this very, very beautiful waterfall here. Super amazing. Close partners. Got the Madagascar habitat in falls. Oh boy, this is very, very wonderful. Go behind the waterfall here. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that was very, very cool. We got Fussa. Alright, so I'm trying to find the Fussa, but I don't really see him anywhere. It's nothing like the Fussa is out right now. Kind of a bummer because I do love seeing the Fussa, so I don't think I'm going to have enough time to check back here later. Got the Madagascar forest where lemurs live. Of course, we got blue-eyed black lemur, red-ruffed lemur, cockerel sifaka, red-collared lemur, and ring-tailed lemur. Alright, I do see there's some red-ruffed lemurs. Oh, I do see one of the other lemurs. Yeah, I think that's the blue-eyed black lemur, looks like. Alright, I do see the ring-tailed lemur. Okay, so the ring-tailed lemur are probably the most popular type of lemur thanks to the DreamWorks movie Madagascar. You'll probably know that this was the type of lemur King Julian was. I also do see the cockerel sifaka. I do see more of the ring-tailed lemurs here. We got the Madagascar forest. Madagascar wonders. Yeah, so there's a secondary habitat for the Fussa, and I do see he's right in there. And he's actually sleeping in that little cave, looks like. A storage solution. Yeah, up here's another side view of the lemurs. See, there's the ring-tailed lemurs. Yeah, but I don't really... Oh, actually, I do see the red-collared lemur. Yeah, he's right over there. Sorry, it's a little blurry when I zoom it in because it focuses on the fence and not the lemur. There you go. Now you can kind of see the red-collared lemur. Got the Acacia woodland. Branch managers. Got another vervet monkey. Wow. Oh, I do see some in the back. Also do see another one over here. Got this nice little aviary here I'm probably going to check out. Yeah, I do see there's a bird right there on the railing. Don't really know what kind of bird it is. Life on the edge. Looks like that's a Tibetan golden weaver. Got another one there. Yeah, this is a free flight aviary. This is all the type of birds that are in here. You got golden-breasted bunting, purple grenadier, golden-breasted starling, red-cheeked cordon bleu, yellow-winged tilia, white-throated bee-eater, African pygmy goose, yellow-mantled widow bird, snowy robin chat, pin-tailed white-a, Senegal laughing dove, splendid sunbird, Tibetan golden weaver, stone partridge, white-fronted bee-eater, village indigo bird, Namaqua dove, common waxbill, yellow-crowned bishop, African silverbill, violet-backed starling, blue-naped mouse bird, blue-headed wood dove, white-headed buffalo weaver, exclamatory paradise white-a, red-billed firefinch, white-bellied go-away bird, emerald spotted wood dove, and magpie mannequin. Yeah, this is super nice. Also got this nice little tank here. Got these different fish. Alright, I do see there's two cute birds there. Super nice. Oh, there's one of the birds. Guessing that's the white-fronted bee-eater.
Remember we drove past it yesterday?
Got more of the birds up there. Got more of the acacia woodland. Food, shade, and shelter. In the acacia woodland. Got a nice little leopard statue. We got leopard. Alright, I'm trying to find the leopard. Do not really see it anywhere, so it's most likely in the back somewhere, hiding very, very well. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to check back here later. Up a tree. Alright, so the secondary habitat, you can see there's the leopard. It's actually in this habitat. Wow, that looks like a cool cat. Who's moving? Climb down. Health happens. Yeah, I do see a second leopard. A monkey like no other. Over here we got some gelada baboons. Oh, very nice. Second one. Over here's the upper level of that aviary I was at down below, so I'm probably going to check out the upper level here and get a nicer view of the birds. Yeah, so it looks like most of the birds are up here. Yeah, it looks like those are the white-fronted bee-eaters. It's a pretty, very large aviary.
They look like a worm.
But they look a lot like them.
Okay. Super nice. More of the birds there. Alright, we got gelada. Oh, so here's another view of them. Very nice. Over here it shows the different types of baboons. Got this other habitat here. So hopefully I'll be able to find a sign and I'll know what's in this habitat. We got hamadryas baboon. Yeah, this is the habitat the hamadryas baboons are usually in. I'm guessing they're in that second habitat over there. Alright, on the other side here, I can see the hamadryas baboons. Yeah, this is all a secondary habitat for the hamadryas baboons. This area is called the Ethiopian Highlands. On the other side view of the secondary habitat for the hamadryas baboons. Alright, so it's over here. You can see a bunch of homologous baboons. We got koala, the Australian forest. Do you see the koalas? We got another one right over there. There's a third. And another koala in this area. They've got the goo that woos. And seventh time we got Bali Minna, black-naped fruit dove, blue-naped oriole, black-throated laughing thrush, and Chinese huamai. So all the Bali Minnas are on the ground. But I don't see the other birds in here, unfortunately. I'm trying to find them. Yeah, so I don't see the other birds in here, so I do have to keep moving. So I don't think I'll have time to check back here later. Got brush-tailed batong. Yeah, I don't really see that animal anywhere, so it's a very small animal. It's probably hiding somewhere very, very well, so I'm gonna try and find it. I'm gonna head this way into the urban jungle now. Got a greater one-horned rhinoceros. Alright, I'm trying to find the rhino. There's only a portion of the habitat, so hopefully it'll be here somewhere. We got Maasai giraffe and Nubian silmerings gazelle. Alright, there we go. That's the Maasai giraffe. Now and later, healthy from horn to hoof. Extreme Makeover Home Edition. I do see more of the giraffes. Very cool. But I don't really see the Nubian silmerings gazelle anywhere. I'm guessing they're hiding very, very well, or they're somewhere inside, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to check back here later. So right over here, I can see the Nubian silmerings gazelle right over here in this area. The third one. Alright, so over here I can see there's the greater one-horned rhinoceros over here. Looks like he's laying down or sleeping, looks like. Alright, so we got grand zebra, domestic donkey. Yeah, do you see the zebra? The donkey's right down there. There's the domestic donkey up close. Got southern ground hornbill. Yeah, that's nice. Looks like he's eating something. Yeah, so in here is where you usually have the flamingos, the American flamingo and greater flamingo, but it looks like they've been moved to the different habitats where flamingos live in the world. So over here it tells you the different types of flamingos. So you usually see the American flamingo and the Chilean flamingo. So I don't think I've ever seen the Puna flamingo or Andean flamingo. And I do sometimes usually see the lesser flamingo or greater flamingo, but for the most part, I usually normally see the either the American flamingo or the Chilean flamingo. Got South African crested porcupine. Yeah, so apparently the porcupine's way in the back. Probably won't show up on camera, but you can kind of see it through the gap there. So it's all the way in the back. Got a laughing kookaburra. Oh, that's a cool looking bird. Yeah, Bornean binturong. Trying to find the binturong. Yeah, it does not seem like the binturong is out right now. Trying to find it. I actually do see the binturong. It's right there, actually. I kind of see its tail or its fur there poking out, looks like. Okay, second laughing kookaburra. So he looks like he's in the top of the back. Yeah, right back there is where he is. Got South African cheetah. I'm trying to find the cheetah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He's hiding.
Okay, thank you. So the cheetah is actually up against the wall here, so it's going to be hard to see. Alright, so from over here I actually can see the cheetah. Yeah, the cheetah's right there by the wall. So on this side gives you another side view of the greater one-horned rhino. He's kind of laying down right there. So the rhino's got plenty of space for him. It's a nice habitat he's got. Over here's the Australian outback I was just at. So now I'm going to head this way towards the other animals that are in that direction. Then I'll head back this way towards the Africa rocks and then to Elephant Odyssey. Alright, so I'm going to head on this trail here and see what's over here. Not just any gum tree. Got another brush-tailed batong. Just like with the first one, I don't see it anywhere, so it's a very small animal, so it's definitely hiding in the grass somewhere. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to check back here later, but I might, but we're just gonna have to see what happens. So we got diamond dove, long-gub pigeon, metallic starling, white-breasted wood swallow, and gray-capped emerald dove. And there's one of the birds there. It's a nice habitat. I'm gonna try and find all the other. Oh, I do see some of the other birds. The devil's in the details. What makes a marsupial? Alright, so over here, I'm guessing where they usually have the Tasmanian devils, but I don't see them in this habitat, so I'm not sure if the zoo even has them anymore, but I don't see a sign for them, but I'm gonna see if they're in the next habitat, but if they're not in the next habitat, I guess that means they're not here at the zoo anymore. Got Australian naked-nosed wombat. I'm looking for the wombat, but I don't see him anywhere, so I'm not exactly sure if I'll have enough time to check back here later, so yeah, I actually do gotta keep moving. So over here, you see the white-breasted wood swallow. So here we got laughing kookaburra, blue-faced honeyeater, and wonga pigeon. Trying to find these birds. Luckily I saw the kookaburra in the other habitat, but I don't really see the rest of the birds in here. Alright, so do you see there's the wonga pigeon. Two of them in the back there, looks like. And there's the laughing kookaburra. White kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. And there's the wonga pigeon. It's a cool bird. Oh, there it goes. We got this next area. Got gray-capped emerald dove, diamond firetail, double-barred finch, diamond dove, golden finch, long-tailed grass finch, wampoo fruit dove, masked lapwing, plum-headed finch, and crested pigeon. And there's the masked lapwing. So showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. So I made my way up back to the front. So now I'm going to head back in this direction, check out the bears here, then go past here to the Africa Rocks Garden, then into the Elephant Odyssey. And after I do all this, I'll make my way to the northern frontier and check out these little hoofstock animals, and then go on the Skyfari back to the front. Now, since the zoo is so large, I might not have time to do a full rewalk of this place because it's so large, and I don't know for sure if I'm going to have time to get back to the animals in this area that we're not out, so we're just going to have to see what happens. Alright, so now I'm going to head down this trail here and check out the animals down here. So I believe this is where they have the bears, because I believe if memory serves, the bears were down here in this direction. Alright, we got Andean bear.
Down here.
That's the Andean bears now. Heading back around. It's a cool looking bear. It's climbing up on the trees. That's really cool. Oh, that's cool. He's sitting up on his hind legs. Oh, looks like he's scratching up against the wood there, or a little stick. Looks like he's got an itch. That's very, very cool. We got sloth bear. Wow, I like this habitat. I'm gonna see if I can find the sloth bear. Alright, so it doesn't seem like the sloth bear is out right now, so I'm afraid I'm not gonna have enough time to check back here later during my re-walk. But we'll just have to see what happens, because this is not too far from the front of the zoo, so I might have time to check back here later. Here we got white-headed duck and red-breasted goose. Yeah, I do see them. Got some more of them. Wonderful. Got the Grizzly boys meet Scout and Montana. We got Grizzly bear. Alright, you see the Grizzly bear. See one of them. So there's two of them, but I only see one right now. Over here's a secondary habitat, and I see the second grizzly bear sleeping. Alright, over here's an additional habitat for the sloth bear, and it looks like he's in this habitat today. Yeah, sloth bears are the ones with those very huge fuzzy fur. Looks like he's going back and forth. Do love the sloth bear. And over here is a secondary habitat for the Andean bear. Got some water to be in. It looks like he was in the other habitat we saw earlier. So now that I just saw all these habitats, I'm now going to backtrack up this direction here. I'm going back past the sloth bear. Looks like the grizzly bear just changed positions now. Oh, he looks super cute. Oh, so he's going back to sleep. Oh, maybe not. Oh, he's getting up. Looks like he's getting up now. He's sitting down now. That is such a cool bear. Got very, very big claws. Alright, so I'm now heading back this way. Yeah, because that's where I saw the baboons, leopards, lemurs, and the penguins in that area. Probably gonna head this way through the Africa Rocks Garden. Yeah, we'll follow the signs of the Africa Rocks and the Elephant Odyssey. Yeah, so that's the direction I came from when I saw the baboons. So now I'm gonna head on this trail here that I didn't get to yet and see everything here in this area. We got southern ground hornbill. Beautiful habitat. Oh, I do see the hornbill. Looks like he's sleeping. So I'm now coming into the Kopi. Over here we got another nice view of the southern ground hornbill. This habitat we got rock hyrax and dwarf mongoose and clip springer. Alright, I do see the clip springer from here. Very cute animal. And the dwarf mongoose are right over here. One of them just went to a little burrow. There's a second one. But I don't really see the rock hyrax anywhere. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to check back here later, so I'm mostly just going to go back to the areas of the zoo that are closest to the front. The rock hoppers. And we're going to see stone partridge, southern red bishop, white-headed buffalo weaver, and green wood hoopoe. Yeah, so I do see the buffalo weavers way up there. Because in the top corner. So I do see one of the other birds is way up there. The green wood hoopoe. Yeah, it's right next to the buffalo weaver. But I don't really see the other birds in here, so they're probably in the nest somewhere, or they're just behind the scenes somewhere. We got serval. Alright, I'm trying to find the serval, but it must be hiding somewhere good because I just don't see him anywhere, so I do have to keep moving now. Make sure to have Kopi. Got trumpeter hornbill. There's one over there by the door. And there's another one. Got two of them in this habitat.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is another side view of the habitat that has the eclipse springer, dwarf mongoose, and rock hyrax. You can see the adorable dwarf mongoose there. But apparently I don't see the rock hyrax anywhere. So it's possible it's inside because he does have access to go into his nighttime habitat. We got slender-tailed meerkat. There we go.
Oh yeah?
There's three of them. Here we're gonna see Vanderdecken's hornbill, red and yellow barbet, and green wood hoopoe. So I see two of them because that's the male Vanderdecken's hornbill because their bill or beak is black, and the male is the one with the orange beak. And there's the red and yellow barbet. Yeah, you see the green wood hoopoe. Yeah, I think I've been seeing a lot of green wood hoopoes in a lot of the bird habitats at this zoo. Here we got the elephant Odyssey. Discovered the animals of Southern California's past. Animals of Southern California's past. That's the animals that they had in Southern California 12,000 years ago. Animals of Southern California today. There's this habitat here. It looks like there's a raven. Yeah, that's a raven because it looks way bigger than a crow. Extinct Miriam's Terratorn. That looks like a nice bird. Even though it's extinct, it looks still really, really nice. We got common raven and California condor. And with age comes beauty. Or at least color. Wow. Oh, I do see the California condor. That's cool. I also saw these type of birds yesterday at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. And I did see the raven on the other side. They have a fantastic habitat. Is anybody home? I do see some rattlesnakes here. Two of them. Pretty cool. We got Mexican beaded lizard, red diamond rattlesnake, southwestern speckled rattlesnake, and southern Pacific rattlesnake. Yeah, do you see two of them over here? Yeah, do you see there's the Mexican beaded lizard living with rattlers. And do you see one of the other rattlesnakes in here? And here we got guanaco and llama. Yeah, I think that's the llama there. I'm guessing that means the one in the back is a guanaco. Yeah, that's a guanaco because it has red or brownish fur, so that's the llama right over here. And steps to steps. And cold camels to hotter habitats. We got two donkeys here. It's the extinct western camel. Every drop counts. This habitat we got burro and dromedary camel. There's the burro or donkey. It's usually called different names, either donkey, burro, or wild ass. And there's the camel, the dromedary camel. Looks like the camel over here just laid down. There's a second camel in the back. extinct American cheetah. It's a statue of an American cheetah. Alright, this is the habitat for the elephants. Oh, I do see an elephant. Yeah, that's an African elephant. Because of its large ears. The African elephants have larger ears and Asian elephants have much more smaller ears. So that's an African elephant. I got another really good view of the African elephant. Looks like she's getting some food out of those little bins there. Yeah, meet our elephant groups. Yeah, so I do see two more elephants in the back. Kind of pushing up against each other. So I'm guessing they were just playing.
So cute.
A closer look at this elephant here. In case you're not familiar with my channel, you'll probably know. Well, in case you are familiar with my channel, you'll probably know that the elephants are my #1 favorite animal to see at zoos. So these are African bush elephants, extinct pygmy mammoth. Those two elephants are now going at it again. Looks like. They're kind of pushing up against each other or play fighting. Oh yeah, they're still going at it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just play fighting with each other. Look at that little dust cloud. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just playing around. Yeah, this looks super beautiful. Oh, I do see there's a turtle in here. Yeah, some really cute turtles. Don't know if they are real ones or if they're just fake. Don't really know for sure. Yeah, so right over here at the Explorers Theater. We're actually going right underneath the elephant habitat. Bountiful and beneficial. Yeah, so in here there's some type of snake in here. Don't really know what kind of snake it is, but I think this is a Kenyan sand boa or some type of rosy boa, but in case I'm wrong, I do recommend you leave a timestamp comment down below just in case you know what kind of snake this is. Got an island night lizard. Alright, he's right there. Got a Mexican alligator lizard. It's right on the little log there. It's over here's another side area for the African elephants. You can see there's the two over there that were just playing with each other. The other one there is kind of going up against his bottom there. Kind of touching his private areas, looks like. Yeah, the elephants here do have plenty of space for them. Egging them on. Looks like there's some Nicobar pigeons in this habitat. There's no sign, but I do know that these are definitely Nicobar pigeons. Also got Sulawesi green imperial pigeon. And that was correct, Nicobar pigeon. And there's the Sulawesi green imperial pigeon up in the tree. Also got more of the Nicobar pigeons in the tree as well. I'm guessing over here is the evening area for the African elephants. Colossal care. Yes, this area is called the Elephant Care Center. Yes, I'm guessing this is where they do this, where the elephants get their checkups, or I think it's also, I can tell that that's where the elephants usually spend the night. Alright, so in this other habitat here, I can see there's one of the other elephants. Looks like that one there's got some very, very long tusks. Yes, this habitat we got bears, tapir, and capybara. Alright, so I do see the capybara. Looks super cute.
Oh, like the orange.
Yeah, so I do see the tapir, but unfortunately it's a view of its hind end, but the tapir is actually laying up over there, so hopefully there'll be a glass view where I can see him up closer. There we go. A much clear view of the beard's tapir and also a secondary capybara laying in the hay.
Oh, you know your tapirs.
Tapirs need turf. Got jaguar. Alright, so over here I can see there's a jaguar. Yeah, the jaguar's right over there. Oh, it's right over here. I can actually see there's 2 more bears tapir over here. Yeah, so usually the bears tapir and the Malayan tapir are the 2 types of tapirs I would normally see at zoos. However, I think about 2 years ago, when I was in Colorado, I actually saw a mountain tapir at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, and the mountain tapir is the tapir that's all black. We've got 2 more capybaras over there. We've got this nice little oasis here for the elephants, and there's the one elephant there with the really big tusks. We've got really another fantastic view of the elephant from this side. Yeah, this is another side view for the jaguar habitat. There's some fish in there, the jaguar's little water area. Yeah, the jaguar's got plenty of space. Yeah, this over here is the jaguar's nighttime habitat. The door is open so he can come inside whenever he wants to. We got African lion. And it's also their indoor viewing for the lions. Alright, it's the outdoor habitat for the lions, and I can see them right there. Alright, there we go. See, there's the male lion. It's cute, this guy's tongue sticking out. I'm guessing that must be the lioness, or the female lion resting up on the little platform there. Alright, so I'm coming through this little area. This looks nice. Ooh, we got all these fossils. Wow, this looks really, really nice. Southern California mammal comparison. Diamond Valley Lake. San Diego, California, San Diego County. Anza Borrego Desert. Inland valleys and deserts. La Brea tar pits. Yeah, this is really impressive. Got some more fossils here. Over here's a fossil of an American lion. Alright, so I'm going to follow the signs here towards the northern frontier, and after that I'm going to get on the Skyfari and take the Skyfari back to the entrance of the zoo. Got a maned wolf. Looks like a nice habitat, very lush. There is lots of tall grass in here, so it might be a little difficult to see the wolf. But yeah, I think it's hiding super well, so... Yeah, this is very, very far from the front of the zoo, so I don't think I'm going to have time to come back to see the maned wolf. So this is what it looks like here, so I'm going to call this a no-go for today, since I'm not going to be able to check back here later. We got a mountain lion. Alright, I'm trying to look for the mountain lion, but I don't really see him anywhere, but I'm going to try and look for him. Alright, so another side view of the mountain lion, and I do not see the mountain lion anywhere, so yeah, I think this is also going to be a no-go because I'm not going to have time to do a full rewalk because it is almost 5 o'clock and the zoo is closing at 6. So right over there is the Skyfari, so the Skyfari actually goes right back to the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and check out the different hoofstock animals into the polar frontier, and then after that I'm going to get on the Skyfari and take it right back to the front of the zoo. I'm showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. I just saw all of Elephant Odyssey, so I'm right by the Skyfari West area, so I'm probably going to check out all these little animals here, and after that I'm going to go to the northern frontier, then I'm going to get on the Skyfari and take it back to the front. I decided I am not going to do a rewalk because this zoo is just so large, and I don't think I'm going to have enough time to do a rewalk of the zoo because it's closing very, very soon, in about an hour, I think. Got Chicoan peccary. Alright, so I looked at the time, it's after 5 o'clock, and so the zoo is closing at 6 p.m. They usually start putting the animals away at 5 o'clock. So yeah, I don't see the Chicoan peccaries anywhere. So because it's after 5 o'clock right now, the zoo is closing at 6. Around 5 o'clock is when they start putting the animals away. I can't make any guarantees I'll be able to see everything before the zoo closes in about an hour. So hopefully I'll be able to see everything that is in the area I'm in. But I apologize ahead of time just in case I won't be able to see everything. But I'm hoping I'll be able to see a majority of the animals in this area. We got southern Juranook and blue duiker. Yeah, do you see the southern Juranook is inside? Can't tell if he's eating or drinking something. We got Visayan warty pig. Alright, so these two pigs here looks like they're squaring off, looks like. Looks like they're having a bit of a little fire. Maybe they're just roughhousing. Yeah, these two pigs were just squaring off at each other. Another one back there. Another one right there. Yeah, Bontabak. Alright, it's right over there.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Hey.
Oh, a second one came out. There's a second one back there. There's two of them in this habitat. Yeah, in this habitat we got Speaks Gazelle and Lesser Kudu. I can tell the lesser kudu are the one with the stripes. And there's the adorable Speaks Gazelle. Got another one. Yeah, so the lesser kudu are kind of like the greater kudu, are only they're slightly smaller, and the female lesser kudu kind of look like the bongo. The second female lesser kudu along with the male. Yeah, the male's the one with the horns, so they also do have the twisty horns like the greater kudu. Here comes a really cute Speaks Gazelle. Oh man, they are super cute. The scoop on stripes. Two types of 3 different types of zebras. I believe I've seen all 3 species of zebras, and normally at most zoos I would see the plain zebra or the Grizzly zebra. So this habitat we got Grizzly zebra and common eland. Yeah, do you see the zebra right up here? Eating some hay. Alright, I see the common eland is in the back. And there's a second Grizzly zebra in the back. Alright, we got the polar bear plunge. Alright, I'm going in here. Hopefully I'll be able to see the polar bears. Polar bears in San Diego. This is the underwater view for the polar bears. I'm gonna see if I can find the polar bears. Bears in action. Where's the bear? Alright, got polar bear. Yeah, this is fantastic. Still trying to find the polar bear. So I have to stand on the bench here, and I actually do see the polar bear. He's in the doorway, looks like. Yeah, he's in the back there. Also got a really nice view of the polar bear here. Yeah, so even though it's a little cool out, I don't think it's cold enough for the polar bear. So luckily he's inside where it's much cooler and it's air conditioned inside. Even though it's not very hot out, it is the bear's choice if he wants to be outside or inside. He also does have a little ice machine outside to keep him nice and cool during the hot summer months. We'll follow the ice. Got Canadian lynx. Oh, that's a nice looking habitat. Trying to find the lynx. Alright, so I do see the Canadian lynx, but apparently it's in that little cave in the back there, so I don't think it's going to show up well on camera, but the Canadian lynx is inside that cave there. Yeah, so over here in this habitat, apparently whatever's in here is off habitat. So if I remember correctly, I believe this is where they had the reindeer, but yeah, it looks like the reindeer are off habitat at the moment. We got a bearded barbet. So apparently it is off habitat at the moment, so I'm sorry I did not get to show you this type of bird. And down the trail here, so they're doing some construction work on this area, looks like. Alright, so there's 2 different ways. I'm probably going to go this way because it leads right into a little aviary that I do want to check out. So this is called the Arctic Aviary. So apparently the aviary is closed off, so I'm guessing it's because since the zoo is closing in an hour, they are probably closing it down. So I'm sorry I did not get to go through this aviary. So right over there is where I saw all the different hoofstock animals. Now I'm going to head up the trail towards the Skyfari and take the Skyfari back to the front of the zoo. As I'm backtracking, I can see the blue duiker actually came out. Yeah, the blue duikers came out. You can see it's right back there. There's a gerenuk eating some grass, looks like. Alright, I'm gonna go on the Skyfari. I'm gonna take this back to the front. Alright, so I'm on the Skyfari and I'm heading back to the front of the zoo. Oh, I see the mountain lion came out. Yeah, the mountain lion's now out. Well, I got to see the mountain lion. Yeah, I can kind of see downtown San Diego from here. I can see we're very, very high up. Yes, the elephant Odyssey in that direction. I'm going over this habitat. We got a very, very big bridge. You can kind of see downtown San Diego out in the distance. So I'm very, very high up. Yeah, so it's a very, very large zoo, and because this zoo is very, very large, I am probably not going to do a rewalk after I get off the Skyfari because the zoo is just so big and there's so much to see and do here. But yeah, it's a very fantastic zoo. Love it. Luckily the Skyfari is open until 6, so thankfully I got to ride this today before it closes. It's amazing. Looks like that's the gorilla habitat. Yeah, that's definitely the habitat for the gorillas. This is probably the highest Skyfari I've ever ridden on. Usually most Skyfaris I ride on are usually not this high. They're usually the ones that are like a little chairlift or something like that. Yeah, so it's a very fantastic zoo. So I recommend if you ever do come to this zoo, be prepared to walk, and I do recommend you wear comfortable walking shoes, like I said earlier. It's a very, very large zoo. There's lots of walking, but they do have those little tour buses that take you to different areas of the zoo in case you don't want to walk through the whole way. But yeah, the layout of the zoo is amazing. It's fantastic. So I pretty much saw everything. Hello. Yeah, so I pretty much saw almost everything the zoo had to offer. Yeah, I'm going by the reptile reptile area. Yeah, because I remember I think there were only like 2 different reptiles that were not out. There's the Wildlife Explorers Base Camp. Yeah, there's the front of the zoo. Yeah, so now coming into the station here. That was a very fun ride. Yeah, I can see right up there, it's the Skyfari I was just on. Very nice how they have 2 different stations. That way, in case you don't want to go to the whole zoo, you can get from this side of the zoo all the way to the other. It's very cool. Alright everybody, that's going to complete my visit to the San Diego Zoo in San Diego, California. I hope you all enjoyed it. This was a very, very fun zoo. Very, very large as well, because like I said, they do have the tour buses here in case you don't want to walk through the whole zoo. So I really love this place a lot. It had a very beautiful layout, because like I said earlier, the San Diego Zoo and the San Diego Zoo Safari Park are both affiliated with each other. And I did do the San Diego Zoo Safari Park yesterday, and I'm very glad I got to do the zoo today. So yeah, they are both affiliated with each other. I love this place a lot. The layout is so beautiful. And I'm very sorry I was unable to see every single animal here because I believe there was a couple birds that were not out. And I also think there were 2 reptiles that I missed in the reptile walk, but I still saw pretty much everything else because since it's after 5 o'clock and the zoo is closing very, very soon, because usually around 5 o'clock is when they start putting the animals away since the zoo closes at 6 p.m. But still, it was very, very fun. I love this place a lot. It was a very, very enjoyable zoo. I'm glad I got to come back here. Also glad I got to come here to the zoo on this road trip. So leave some comments down below what was your favorite animal that I saw today. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I go to zoos and aquariums all around the United States. If this is the kind of stuff that you enjoy, then check out my channel. I've been to over 100 different zoos across the United States. I upload new videos every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I also just recently gained 900 subscribers a week before this road trip began. So I thank everybody for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Bye!